will happen when this world comes to an end?
Jesus' followers asked.
God has a plan for everything.
Jesus encouraged them.
Soon I will leave you for a while, but don't worry, I will come back for you. On that day I will sit on a great throne. Angels will bring everyone to gather around me. One group of people will be like sheep. They are very special to the shepherd. The other group is like goats, who don't belong to the shepherd. They are not part of his flock.
Jesus will have good news for the sheep, the people who follow him.
You fed me when I was hungry. You brought me water when I was thirsty. You gave me warm clothes when I was cold. You made me feel better when I was sick. You visited me when I was in jail.
Those people were very surprised.
When did we do those things for you?
They will ask.
Every time you fed someone who was hungry, you fed me too. Every time you brought water to someone who was thirsty, you served me too. Every time you gave warm clothes to someone who was cold, you warmed me too. Every time you made a sick person feel better, you healed me too. Every time you visited someone in jail, you encouraged me too.
But Jesus will have bad news for the goats, the people who didn't follow him. He will tell them,
When I was hungry, you didn't bring me food. When I was thirsty, you didn't serve me water. When I was cold, you didn't offer me warm clothes. When I was sick, you didn't bother to help me. When I was in jail, you didn't come to visit me.
Those people were very surprised too.
When did we fail to do those things for you?
They will ask.
Every time you didn't care for others,
Jesus will say.
You turned away from me.
Those goats will be very sad. Jesus will turn away from them. They will never be with him again. But the sheep, God's children, will go home with Jesus to heaven. Today, our preschool story was called Sheep and Goats, and it was based on the passage from Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 to 46. And the big idea from that story is that we learned people who serve others in Jesus' name really served him. And in our story, we had two puppets, the sheep puppet and the goat puppet. And when Jesus talked about the sheep, he was talking about the people that followed him. And when he was talking about the goats, he was talking about the people that don't follow him. So for our craft today, we're going to make our own sheep and our own goat puppets to help us remember which ones followed Jesus and which ones did not. And you'll find along with the puppets just the things that Jesus said to each one of the animals. So first we'll start with these. It says, you fed me, you brought me water, you gave me warm clothes, you made me feel better, you visited me. So which animal, Boston, do we put those words on?
Sheep.
Sheep, that's right. So we'll go ahead and we'll glue those words right on the middle of the sheep puppet. And then next, these ones say, you didn't bring me food, you didn't serve me water, you didn't offer me warm clothes, you didn't bother to help me, you didn't come to visit me.
Goat.
Goat, that's right. We're going to put these words on the goat. So we'll go ahead and put glue on it and then stick it right on the goat. So then you can use your two puppets, your sheep puppet and your goat puppet, to retell the story from Matthew.
The preschool Bible verse this week says, The king will say, when you served other people, you served me. Matthew chapter 25, verse 40.